It's a little weird because I don't have any music in my ear, but me.
I'm jamming. I got music in my ear.
It's me, your girl, Shauna.
And it's Malcolm.
And this is another episode. I was about to say of the Family Feud. The Family Fortune. Bloopers. A lot of bloopers today. But seriously, we're here to discuss something we kind of touched on, but we didn't have a whole podcast about. And this, the buy now, pay later boom, which is now shifted into almost a crisis. So, what is buy now, pay later, you ask?
Please tell me.
Buy now, pay later is really nothing new. It's been out there for a while. It just became a big phenomenon after, during COVID. So PayPal is kind of a buy now, pay. I'm going to mess that up a lot during this episode, so excuse me. Y'all know what I mean. Buy now, pay later, where you pretty much can just get instant credit. And you pay in installments. And but they have, who do they have now? Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, PayPal. Now Apple Pay is new. A lot of credit cards, because credit cards are trying to keep up. So, and then some of your banks. So the buy now, pay later entities were supposed to help those who could not really get a credit card, and to help them make them big purchases. Like your washing machines or what have you, and you just put a down payment on the first payment, and then you pay in installments, usually no more than 4, sometimes 6, but it's typically 4. So they used to call it pay in 4. And if you pay it in 4, there was no interest. So that was an appeal to a lot of people. You pay in 4. And it's every 4 pay periods. So if you get paid weekly, you're expected to pay weekly, bi-weekly. Now, they also have extended ones where you can, almost like a credit card, where interest may come into play when you do 6 months or more.
Yeah.
Some things like that. But it was huge because a lot of people couldn't get credit. And so a lot of people were making these purchases and what have you. But it then went to the left.
Question. I was a little child in the 90s. Well, there was this thing called layaway. Is it similar to that?
Similar to layaway, except with layaway, you don't get it until you pay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With buy now, pay later, you can walk away with whatever the item is. And then they trust you to pay over time.
Or they just know your spending habits, and so eventually they're going to get that interest because you're not going to pay it in 4.
Well, some people were actually doing good with it.
Okay.
They were actually doing the right thing with it, because it was like, okay, and it's not a way to, let's be clear, it's not a way to build up credit.
No. Because
it does not show up on your credit report. They don't run your credit report.
How do you get approved for this?
It's just like automatic approval. You just hit the button.
Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous.
And as they have discovered. So like I said, this has been going on for a couple of years. But it helped some people who could not probably otherwise afford to make a big, much-needed purchase and pay it all in one lump thing.
Oh my gosh.
But again, like I said, you done brought out some of the iffiness of it. They didn't really run your credit score. Now, if you wanted to do an extended term, they do what they call a soft check. What the soft check is, they check their system. How often have you
paid?
Gotten a buy now, pay later loan? How often have you paid it back, et cetera, et cetera. And then they'll probably say, hey, you might want to rethink hitting this button. And they'll say no. So they do some sort of minimal checks, but not a lot. And here's the catcher. Here's another catcher. The systems don't talk to each other.
Which 2 systems?
None of the systems. So if you can have a Klarna, you can have an Affirm, you can have an Afterpay, you can have PayPal. They don't talk to each other.
Wow.
And that's what a lot of people do.
Now, maybe you'll get to this. Does this show up on your credit report?
It does now. Like I said, it's starting to show up. So again, COVID, Everybody was using it. Everybody was using it. Most people were doing the correct thing with it, but then it just went sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you can go to McDonald's and buy and stop it.
Now you putting a Big Mac on lease.
It's not funny. It's sad. But yes, people are doing that.
I'm sorry.
You can do check it out. Go almost
No.
any store. No, I'm saying when you're in a store,
Yeah.
there's that option.
I've seen Affirm on Amazon.
Even online,
Yeah.
there's those options. Now, buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay. And you may see. It depends upon the entity. It may be Affirm. It may be Klarna. It may be all four of them.
Mm-hmm.
It may even be your bank, because my bank now offers buy now, pay later in lieu of a credit card.
So
and they're putting it on my credit card.
Now your bank, is it a bank or a credit union?
A credit union.
And wouldn't they just offer you a credit card? Like, what's the benefit?
Well, and that's why credit cards are getting in on it now, because they were losing out. So the benefit, there really is very little difference, except for the fact that if you pay it off within that 4 installments, there's no interest, 0 interest.
Oh, I just thought about something. So here locally, we have this company called Davis Appliances.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first moved into my apartment, I did something like buy now, pay later or whatever. They did run my credit, but I had to pay for it in like 6 months before they start adding interest on it.
That's a store credit card.
Oh, okay.
That's a store credit card, because I got one from Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Furniture. And they offer those incentives. Most stores offer those incentives. If you pay within a certain amount of time, you won't have interest.
Okay.
So the credit cards, you can get a credit card, but every purchase has interest charges unless you pay it off in full before the due date.
Okay.
Before the billing cycle ends.
Right.
And most, let's just be honest, not everyone can do that. So the interest
Piles up.
keeps piling up.
And they can never pay it off.
And never pay it off. But it has flipped. Now more people are in debt more because of buy now, pay later and credit cards. Because the convenience of it.
Mm-hmm.
You may have $10 in your pocket, but you don't want to spend $10 in your pocket for the Big Mac. You rather pay over time. Almost every restaurant accepts some form of buy now, pay later. DoorDash, Uber, Uber Eats, all of them. But that's different. That's in addition to the fees. Like, you still have to pay the Uber Eats fees, the DoorDash fees, and all that other stuff, but all that gets incorporated into the installment.
That's interesting. See, I'm just thinking about all this stuff that's out here that's trying to get people in debt. My biggest villain out here in these debt
streets.
Yeah, it's like Title Max and like Title Pond, that type of stuff. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
To me, it's all in the same little arena.
Yeah.
It's all in the same little category. These payday loan places, the buy now, pay later, because they get you with, it doesn't build up your credit score. It doesn't build up your credit score because they don't run a credit check. But people got smart, or thought they were getting smart, and they listen to people on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Why do y'all listen to people on TikTok? Anyway, who say, don't pay it back, don't pay it back, don't pay it back. And they weren't paying it back because who was going to check them? Nobody was really checking. Not even the entities. They were keeping track, but then they will still give you more.
What? I mean, who's checking? Like, because I believe, debt collectors, they'll just sell your debt to somebody.
That's only just now coming into play. So we're talking about years of it building up. And so I was reading reports like Klarna is billions of dollars in debt. Afterpay is billions of dollars in debt. So and then you got to think about it. Somebody who shall not be named up there in Washington got rid of the consumer protection,
right,
which would have caught all this and dealt with all this and put some regulations on all this. But it got kind of, wiped out. But they're starting to bring stuff back. I think they did give them a little bit more authority. So, because now it does show up on your credit report.
Mm.
And it does affect your credit score. And it's not you getting the loans, it's if you don't pay them back.
Gotcha.
It shows up on your credit reports. And before it was only TransUnion, but now it's TransUnion and what's the one? Experian.
Yeah.
And then there's one more.
I was about to say Equifax. Is that what is Equifax?
No, it's TransUnion, Experian, and then Equifax. Equifax is the only one that hasn't jumped on board. It doesn't show up on that one yet, but I think it's coming.
Okay.
And that's because these companies are about to go bankrupt.
I mean, if they were doing this thinking people were going to treat it right and wasn't going to abuse it, and good, thank you for having a good heart. Welcome to reality. As soon as I heard about this sounds bad. This sounds really bad because if there's no credit checks, y'all just handing out money.
It was just free money almost, pretty much.
Yes, it's free money, and there was no accountability of it. You got your TikTok guy tell you not to pay it back, and they didn't have to.
Because people are now in thousands of debt because they weren't using it just for the necessities. When they found out they can go get them a waffle, oh, it was on. I can get my Starbucks. Oh. It's just like hit the button. And they will keep hitting the button as long as those buy now, pay later accounts or systems keep saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
And say, here's some more money, here's some more money, here's some more money. And the entities were making money because you know how like if you have PayPal, if you're a merchant and you have PayPal, you get merchant fees from PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
They take like 3% off the purchase, off the top, and that goes to PayPal. How they got the merchants to sign up with them to include PayPal was instead of charging you 3%, we may charge you only 1.5 in order to let us put our buy now, pay later button on your site, which was still a cost to the merchants, but it wasn't as big of a cost.
Right.
And so now, I'm telling you, just look, everywhere you go now, you will see some form of the buy now, pay later, even at your bank.
There is this, I think it was Jay-Z that said this, if you cannot buy it twice, you can't afford it.
Exactly.
So, don't do, it's easy to say don't do it, but
it's so easy.
There are some, I can see it's something where I'm convinced like, oh, I just need this, I don't know, I need this new golf club, this new driver.
And see, I think that's where it went left.
Yeah.
It's when people stopped using it as an alternative to something that was needed.
Right.
Like you need a new water heater, you need new air conditioner, something big. But you didn't have that money all that money straight away out of pocket, and you didn't have a credit. You didn't have a credit card. That was an option. Most of those people who use it for those purposes paid everything back. They might be a little late, but they weren't charging no late fees. They don't really get charged late fees, I don't think. If they don't, then that's stupid of them to not charge no late fee. But I think they do. If you don't charge late fee, I think interest kicks in. The interest, if you don't make your installment payments on time, then the interest kicks in regardless. But those were the ones who were using it correctly. But then, like I said, you have people like who figured out I can go buy whatever I want on buy now, pay later. And y'all not going to, worse one. And y'all not going to run my credit. And y'all got to hunt me down in order for me to pay it back. And then the systems don't talk to each other. So I can put this on Klarna. I can put this on Affirm. That on Afterpay. I'm balling. People were going to Coachella. Paying for their Coachella trips. And all these concerts. What else? Because I've been watching, I watch the video. They were paying for a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
On these buy now, pay later.
Stop it, y'all.
And now they're not paying them back. And because they didn't have any repercussions, but now the repercussions are coming. Debt collectors are calling. Because before debt collectors weren't calling, but now the debt collectors are calling. It's showing up on your credit report. Your credit score is going to be in the tank. And so you will never actually be able to buy anything worthwhile anymore. Sad. I've been tempted to use it myself, though, but I was like,
Nah, don't do it. Yeah, I'm sure whatever it is, you don't need it. Can you?
I was tempted to do it with my physical therapy, but then I was like, no.
What like? That's interesting. So you paying for service? You can do services.
You can pay for almost any. You can go to Coachella. I'm just saying.
I can see a concert ticket, but like, oh, I can put this massage on.
They don't call it Klarna after. They call it.
It's another name.
It's another name for it, like installment, buying for whatever. But almost any entity, they have installment where you can pay in installments. Whether or not they charge interest is a different story.
Okay, well, what's another thing for me to stay away from? Because I ain't doing nothing. I'm just minding my business.
I'm going to check back with you in a couple months. See, did you hit the button? Did you hit the button?
I'm paying off my student loans. I ain't got time to be adding no more debt to my life.
And then them we ain't going to talk about the student loans. Student loans, they coming for you. They're coming for you. Well, they already came for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them.
My one of my best friends, Uncle Joe, paid for his student loans right before he left office. So he ain't got no more student loans, but I'm out here.
I appreciate you, Uncle Sam, because you paid off mine. Thank you. I only had to give you like my left knee, my right knee,
putting your body in
danger, a little bit of elbow, but I appreciate you.
And thank you for your service.
But that's enough for now. So stay away from buy now, pay later, unless you really, really, really need it, and then still think twice about it.
Absolutely.
Until the next time we meet, it is me, your girl, Ashana.
This is Malcolm.
Getting educated every week. Bye.